The electric 7-seater is one of the rarest things in the car world right now. If you want a battery-powered family SUV with 2 extra seats in the back, your options run out almost immediately. And that is exactly the gap this Peugeot E5008 was built to fill. Standing next to it here at the Martigny Motor Show, with the spring light coming through the hall, the thing that strikes you first is that Peugeot has not treated the electric version as an afterthought. This is the full-size family car, given the full electric treatment, in a part of the market where there is almost nobody else to compare it to. This particular car is the dual-motor all-wheel drive version, finished in a soft gray that shifts depending on where you stand. From the front, the new lion face is unmistakable, with the claw-shaped lights set into a body-colored grille that flows down into the bumper. It is bold without being loud, and in the metal it carries a presence that photographs do not quite capture. The proportions are long and upright, which is the honest shape of a car that genuinely needs room for 3 rows. Walk around to the side, and the length becomes obvious. Those flush door handles and the blacked-out roofline give it a cleaner look than you would expect from something this practical, and the dual-motor badge on the tailgate is the only real hint of what is going on underneath. The 20-inch wheels fill the arches nicely, though the smaller 19s would be my pick for a quieter ride. Inside is where the E5008 makes its strongest case. The wraparound dashboard curves toward you with that large floating panoramic display sitting high near the base of the windscreen, and the fabric trim across the dash lifts the whole cabin above what you normally find at this price. The small steering wheel sits low, the materials feel solid, and the driving position is commanding without feeling perched. It is a genuinely classy place to sit, and that alone tells you how far Peugeot has pushed this car upmarket. Move to the front seats and the quilted upholstery feels properly plush, with good support and a real sense of occasion. The center console has a sensible cubby under the armrest, wireless charging up top, and just enough physical shortcut keys to keep you out of the menus for the basics. If breakdowns like this help you decide which family EV is actually worth your time, subscribe so you catch the next one, because there are plenty more coming. The one honest catch is the infotainment itself. It looks superb, but it can feel a little slow to respond and the menus go deeper than they need to, so some everyday adjustments take an extra tap or two. The saving grace is that the most used controls sit right by your hand and stay visible behind the wheel. So once you learn the layout, it stops being a daily frustration. The second row is the part most families will actually live with, and it is impressive. The outer 2 seats are larger and more supportive than before. The floor is flat, and there is real legroom even behind a tall driver. Each seat slides and reclines independently, so you can trade boot space for knee room depending on the day. The one change worth knowing is that the middle seat is now smaller and loses its child seat anchor points, because Peugeot found most buyers preferred 2 wider comfortable seats over 3 equal ones. It is a fair trade for most families, though anyone who needs to fit 3 child seats across will want to check it carefully first. The third row is where this car earns its purpose. Access is easy thanks to a big door and a seat that tilts and slides out of the way with one hand, and once you are back there, an adult of average height can actually sit without folding in half. It is not limousine space, but for the school run or a weekend with extra passengers, it genuinely works, which is more than most rivals this size can say. Behind that third row sits the boot, and even with all 7 seats in use, there is still over 300 liters of usable space, which is enough for a real shop or a couple of cases. The clever touch is a boot floor that stands up vertically to reveal hidden storage, with a dedicated drawer for the charging cables. Fold the third row flat and the space opens up into something properly van-like. The only thing missing is a front storage area under the bonnet, which would have been useful for keeping the cables out of the main boot. Underneath, the dual motor setup gives this version 322 horsepower and 509 Nm of torque, sent to all 4 wheels, with a 0 to 60 time of around 6.5 seconds. The 73 kWh battery delivers close to 290 miles in this all-wheel drive form, and DC charging peaks at 160 kilowatts, enough to take it from 20 to 80% in roughly half an hour. It is quick enough to feel effortless and quiet enough to make long trips relaxing, even if it is not trying to be a sports car. What the E5008 really represents is a brand stretching into territory it has never occupied before, and doing it with confidence. It is one of the very few electric cars that can carry 7 people in genuine comfort without asking luxury money, and standing in front of it, that combination feels less like a compromise and more like a head start. For watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.